Hello, Jane Fays here from Sydney, Australia. Well, in the previous video, I talked through how I created this Christmas card. It is made, or the design is built up on a tea bag, which I have adhered to my card. I have reattached the tea bag string with a little stapler, knotted in the end. And on the tea bag, I've got a gel print, I've got a stamp of a pattern, and then I've stamped on some lettering saying Emmanuel, and then handwritten God with us. And so I have had inquiries as to the use of a tea bag and how do you prepare a tea bag. So there are lots of tutorials on YouTube, but I thought I'd talk you through that anyway. So this is shows you a selection of what I have drying out. Once I've used the tea bag, and before I've added milk, I just lay it on some paper towel to dry out. And this can take a couple of days. You can speed it up in the oven, but you know, it's something that you can have just sitting around drying. There's obviously a different look to the green tea as opposed to black tea and other herbal teas, but I tend to like the colouring of a black tea bag. So there's a couple of ways that the string is attached. It can either be by a stitch like this, and all that needs is a little. Once they're dry, I don't like dealing with the tea bags while they're wet. I find them a little bit fragile. They're always fragile, but that's just an easy way with that stitch. And if you open it out like that, they just easing apart that there and exposing your tea, and then we tip that into there like that. So, and you've just got to be really gentle taking that fold undone. So there we go, that's just one with a stitch, and it's pretty light in colour, not a great deal of discoloration from the tea. So I'll just pop that there, and I'll just show you this one. So this one has got a little staple, and the tag is still attached. What I'm going to do here, you've got a choice. You can either use scissors or a palette knife just to ease up these staples. But I've got a nice strong thumbnail, and it's just that little bit softer. I find that it's very delicate. I hope you can see that there. And I do tend to just get my fingernail in under there and lift. And lift. And I hope the camera is focusing for you. Just easing that out, pushing those bits of the tea bag, the staple out. I mean, I don't mind some tearing. I find that really adds to and then I'll just pull that out. I'll keep that, pop that there for now. That can be used, that can be discarded. And so now you have the tea bag, and look at all that lovely colouring. And so this has been sitting there for a while. It's important to be quite gentle, just easing it apart. There we go. And so these ends are they've been sitting there a while, but you can see how that's now opening. And you don't want tea to spill everywhere. So I will just ease one end open and tip the tea into there. Makes good compost, I think, for the garden. Not that I'm a gardener, but I'm sure that for many of you that can be reused, recycled. And then with this fold, it's really just a matter of very gently prising that open. They do tear, and that's okay, because that's all part of it as well. So this is quite a good one. Just really emptying that out. But look at the lovely colours. And it's reasonably strong, and it just makes a lovely little palette for something. I'll just show you. This is, I wasn't prepared for that, but this size gel plate, which I think is a 3" by 5", just fits beautifully on there. And so I find that this particular gel plate, which is got a pattern already built up on it, ready to be pulled onto something, so I might do that. But there you go, that's just your tea bag. And so I have a variety of tea bags in this box that I just, I'll sit down one day and do a heap. You can see that in some of them I've started building up some pattern, a variety of techniques that I'm playing with. This one was, often people would throw something like that out, but it just looks beautiful. And so there we go. So that just shows you, just really how to dry and then unassemble and get your tea bag ready for some art. And that just shows you, some of my tea bags that have been at various stages. And we'll talk through some more processes in the next video. Thank you.